Hey, so Gucci Mane's new album, Evil Genius, came out. I'm doing this review for it, and this it's a pretty good album. Like, I don't know why so many people are complaining about it. You got Gucci, he's back. He put a lot of work into this album. He said he was gonna work on this and try and make it like one of his best albums yet, and prove that he Gucci can still go hard, and you can tell he put a lot of work in it. It's way more polished than his other albums, and he spent a long time on it. It's been a while since he put out anything. Usually he's pumping out projects, but you can tell he put a lot of time on this one, put some more work into it. And for Gucci Mane, it's a good record. Um, it depends on if you like Gucci Mane or not. I don't know, if you don't like Gucci Mane, then maybe you're gonna throw this record out, and you're not gonna. This whole album's gonna be thrown out, and you're not gonna want to listen to it again. But for people who like Gucci Mane, it's really good. Um, and he's basically just coasting through it. He's got some big names on there. He's got this 21 Savage, this Quavo. Um, Quavo's on there more than once on a couple of tracks. You got Young Boy Never Broke Again. So there's new rappers on there. Kevin Gates, and then he's got a Little Pump on there too. So he's working with these new rappers and letting them in on his uh, big success, and he could just be with the older rappers and not even deal with it, or he could just make an album completely by himself. But he's working with these other younger names, and he's got some other big people on there too, like Kodak Black, Bruno Mars, Wake Up in the Sky. I think that was one of the better tracks, and he had Solitaire with Migos and Lil Yachty. So maybe that's how Quavo ended up on there on a couple of tracks, because maybe they were working on Solitaire and then with Migos, and then somehow he talked to Quavo and they got Quavo on some more tracks. It's only Quavo on tracks. Takeoff, Offset, I don't see him on other tracks. So maybe Quavo and Gucci like each other. So seems. Then you got Lil Yachty on there on Solitaire. That has Migos too. So you got 18 tracks. This is a real album he put out. It's about an hour long. It's really good. It's consistent, and it's exactly what you'd expect from Gucci Mane. And from what I can see, most of the people are liking it. Well, it depends on who you're talking about. The critics like it. Generally, I think they're like, checked out a few reviews, and I saw most of them like it. For like listeners, people listening to this, quite a people were throwing this one down. But there's still a lot of people that liked it. I think it was sitting at like in the 70s range. NME New Musical Express was really positive on this. They said it kind of shows how he's turning. It kind of turns that this album he put out turns him into a superstar finally. Basically, that's not exactly what they said, but that's a huge thing to say from him, and they gave it 100% rating, which was huge. And then you had others. I think that was one of the best ratings he got. Others were basically saying, which is kind of the stuff that you're gonna hear about this, is that he has kind of been playing it safe, and there's not much new on this record. It's kind of the same old Gucci Mane, and he didn't try anything new and go in any huge new direction. And this is kind of him just driving the car the same way, and there's not much other stuff on there that maybe you didn't see on his other albums that he's put out. And there are some people that are really saying, okay, that's a bad thing, because if he tried something new, maybe it would have been better. People like it when people try it when new albums come out and they're trying something new. But then on the other hand, it can be a good thing too that he didn't try anything new, because well, he could have completely done a bad job, and it could have been an extremely bad record, an album. And really, at this point, Gucci Mane's done so much. Like, what more can he do? Like, he's pushed so hard, and that was one of the other points here that Uproxx was saying, is that Gucci Mane's not breaking much new ground, but he's reached the point in his career where he doesn't really need to, because he already has. And that's a huge point, is that he's had some huge tracks, and he's done some big things with his other albums, and it's kind of he kind of made this gave himself this space where he can just coast and put this album out, and he doesn't have to push too hard in order to kind of please the people that are listening to his album. Again, it might not bring him many new listeners. A lot of people that are listening to Gucci Mane are probably people that are listening to his other albums all the time. And aside from those top tracks, Wake Up in the Sky, Solitaire, a lot of the tracks are smaller tracks, more for fans, I think. And really, it seems that with the way this thing's selling too, is there's probably not gonna be that much in sales for it, but it's a good project for him. He did a good job on it, and you gotta give it to Gucci Mane. Subscribe.